Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss class 9 Cbse physics chapter 8 motion from the NCERT science textbook. We've already discussed 8 parts, okay, and we have completed with the distance time graph, okay. So in this video also we'll be discussing the graphical representation. So in the previous video, in the part 8, we were discussing about the distance time graph. We discussed about various other factors related to it. Okay, so first, what did we learn? We learnt about slope. Okay, so we learnt about slope. We learnt about what is slope and all. So what was slope? We have a line of dana. The graph is like this. Then there will be a change in the y coordinate. There will be a change in the x coordinate. So this we named it as rise, and this we named it as run. And the slope is nothing but rise by run. Okay, so we got slope to be rise by run. So for that, under the distance time graph, what did we see? We saw that in the x-axis we have time and the y-axis we have the distance. Okay, so here we saw about different categories there. We saw about stationary objects. So stationary objects, what did we see? We saw that the graph was a straight line parallel to the x time axis where the slope is going to be 0. And what does the slope give for a distance time graph? So rise would be the change in the y coordinate, which is the distance. So for rise we had it to be distance, and for run we had it to be time. So what is rise by run? Then distance by time will give us the speed. So you were able to say that the slope of a dt graph gives the speed of the object. So for a stationary object there is no speed, there is no motion, that's why the slope is also 0. Okay, then the next case we saw was for the uniform motion. Okay, so for uniform motion we saw that the graph was an increasing slope. So where the slope gave us the speed of the object. Then for non-uniform motion we saw two cases. So non-uniform motion we had two cases. One was speeding up and then slowing down. So one was accelerating and the other one was decelerating. Okay, so for this we had it to be increasing slope, and the decelerating was the decreasing slope. So with this we are able to interpret the different types of graphs. So similarly we are going to see about the velocity time graphs next. Okay, so here we will see the distance time graph related sum here. Okay, so what is this distance time graph given here? So we are given a distance time graph and we are asked to find out the speed of the car. Okay, so here this is the graph. Here you have A, you have B and all. You have taken just 2 points. Okay, so I told you we can find it anyway. We can even find out using the entire line or using any 2 points. Okay, I've done both the methods here. So we are finding out the speed of the car by finding out the slope, by calculating the slope. So what is slope? Rise by run. So first case we are considering 2 points B and C. So what will be the rise? The rise will be this. So this will be the rise and this will be the run. Okay, so rise by run we have. So then what do we see here? So for the rise we have A, B, C. That's what we've written it here. So rise we had between 15 and 10. Okay, so it was between, so here it was 15 and here it was 10. So what was BC? 15 minus 10, which is 5 kilometer. So likewise for the run, see we have it to be 30. Okay, and then we have it to be 20. So here 30 and here 20. So this distance would be 5 kilometer, 10 hours. Okay, so time is in terms of 10 hours. So we've got both BC and AC. So your BC is your rise and AC is your run. So what is rise by run? 5 by 10, which is 0.5 kilometer per hour. Now we are considering the entire line just to show you that we can do it in any way. Okay, so when you consider the entire line, see what is the rise. The rise, you can say it is from this till this. So this is your rise. Your rise is what? 50. Okay, your rise is what? 50. And what is your sorry, your rise is between 25 here, not is 50. 50 is here. See, this is your 25. So your rise is what? 25 minus 0. Okay. So 25 minus 5 only. We should be very careful with this. See, we are not considering the entire line. Okay, so here you have it. So here only you will have the rise. So rise is between 25 and 5. So which will be 20 kilometer. And what is your run? Your run is between this and this for the entire line. So which is 50 minus 10, which is going to be 40 hours. So you have your rise and your run. Okay, your rise is 20 kilometer and your run is 40 hours. So rise by run will be 20 by 40, which is 0.5 kilometer per hour. Okay, hope you understood this. So thus we are able to find out the speed of the car in terms of 0.5 kilometer per hour. You can see that the value of the slope is the same for any 2 points on a given straight line. So with this we were able to interpret the formula. We are able to do a numerical related to the distance time graph. So in the next video we'll be seeing about the velocity time graph. Okay, thank you children.